What the actual heck, Disney? What did you just make me watch? Yo, what's up everybody, G2Das here. Today, I'm gonna be reviewing Chicken Little. That doesn't stick to the classic fable of the same name for some odd reason. Anyways, it's about young Chicken Little, played by Zach Braff, who throws a small town into panic by claiming the sky is falling. Unable to find the piece of sky that hit him, he earns the town's scorn. A year later, Outcast Little tries to redeem himself by joining the baseball team, helping to win a crucial game. Does that even work anyways? Later that night, he is hit on the head again and discovers that the falling sky is actually from a UFO. Makes sense. For a cruddy animation, that is. Now Little must convince the skeptical town that an alien invasion is about to happen. Blah, blah, blah. We've all heard of alien invasion stories before, namely Monsters vs. Aliens, for example, which was done well in my opinion. So why make Chicken Little a sci-fi flick? That makes no logical sense whatsoever. I look at Chicken Little as an actual fable that tells you that an acorn hit him, and it's like The Boy Who Cried Wolf, but except without a cash grab alien invasion concept that ruins it for me. First of all, let's talk about how the animation looked in this movie. Yeesh, do they look terrible. I mean, the one animation sequence I found to be scary but impressive was the scene when the sky above the town literally begins cracking apart. I mean, long story short, I remember watching this as a kid, and already, right off the bat, I found this movie traumatizing. Way to start ruining my childhood, Disney. Anyways, the animation looks like someone has done a terrible job at work and decides to think to himself, why am I involved in this project? This is just dumb. I'm telling you, man, the CG made me sick as vomit on the floor. Next is the cinematography. Oh my gosh, the camera shots were as paper thin and wet as dishwater. Goodness gracious, I hate the fact that there's not enough epicness to them as I want it to be. Just like my request for Scooby-Doo 2, this movie also feels like it should be released directly to DVD, because if you want to make a theatrical release film, namely Moana for example, it has to look epic and whimsical, done by professional animators, not something that a 5th grader can make. Jeez, it also made me dizzy in terms of camera movements. It kind of looks like something that a next-gen game console would make, but done badly. It needs to stop. And the voice acting, including the direction from Mark Dindal. More like Mark Ding Dong if you ask me. You need to do a better job, because the characters sound like they're drunk as a cartoon character. I mean, heck, it is a cartoon, but if Walt Disney were here, he would set this movie in flames, which is what I'm exactly going to do whenever I receive Chicken Little on DVD in the mail, unexpectedly from a stranger or something. In fact, I would go full-on Judge Claude Frollo on this trash heap.
And he shall smite the wicked and plunge them into the fiery pit.
Okay, maybe I've gone a little too far, but still, do better, Mark Dindal. Also, the story, plotline, execution, and character development articulation doesn't feel like a Disney movie based on a classic fairy tale at all. It looks like something out of Monsters vs. Aliens, but done terribly. If you guys want to see a movie that involves an alien invasion, choose Monsters vs. Aliens, even though it was mediocre for you guys. Sure beats this heap of scrap metal, that's for sure. In the end, Chicken Little is a terrible adaptation on a popular fairy tale with unrelatable characters, an absurd lack of story, and cringy comedic timings. Almost forgot to talk about that. The pop songs put into a joke and or a pun really makes me groan throughout the whole entire garbage dump of a movie. So as a result, I rate Chicken Little 1 out of 5 stars. Disney, do better. You've been around that same timeline as Warner Brothers, which is a big leap for you. Again, use your imagination. Think of better adaptations. Make a movie about Jack and the Beanstalk. I want to see that. That's a great adaptation. Burn the stench of fish bread to the ground, please. It's destroying my inner child right now. So Chicken Little, you've seen it, right? Well, let me know in the comments which Disney classic or animated movie in general would you rather watch. For me, I would rather watch Chicken Run better. Its story was done beautifully. Best claymation, best music, I love it all on that movie. I highly recommend it if you haven't already. Skip this stench of sweaty toes. But if you like this video and you want to see some more, make sure that like button shines in your face. That'll totally help me out a ton. Also, share that video with your family and friends and favorite it. Also, as you saw at the beginning of this video, click the lower third ad below my face. Remember, you don't have to do anything within the ad. All it takes is one click. That's it. That'll definitely show support for both my channel as well as my review. But until then, I'll see you next time. Peace out.